Hey everybody, Radaman here for another episode of Kenshi. So last episode we left off beating up some bone dogs, some wolves, and we are recovering from that. So as you can see, Beep and Green, being hivers, they were the first to go down. I'm going to have everyone regroup back towards Squin and going to move that together. I'm trying to level everyone up to a point where I feel relatively sure that they can handle themselves more or less when I build a city, but I'm itching to build the city, to build my outpost, so I also might resort to hiring mercenaries. That is an additional possibility there. Chung just finished up all the research he had queued up, so he is working on electrical components again, which is great. That will help to sell stuff. Shrike is grabbing iron for the armor plating, building up my armor plating surplus. In fact, let's look. Her stats. She's going to be creating shoddy. Still waiting to level her up a little bit more. Originally, I had set her up to create armor, but she was cranking out really crap armor. So leveling her up is a lot more economically viable until she reaches a point where she can make decent stuff reliably. What we do have, however, is a load of, meat and fangs and whatnot from the battle of yesterday. So this is definitely something I'm going to take advantage of. Shrike is, I guess, also leveling up her athletics because she is grabbing the iron piece by piece, which I can help to solve once I get people to heal up. Yep, you can check my bags for smuggling. I don't care. Alright, everyone ate. And Miyu got splinted. I'm getting people to rest. And put the hivers down. The hivers probably need the most armor because they're the most delicate. Which is definitely something I haven't addressed yet. They're not really well armored. But hivers have a lot less hit points than, than everyone else. And as a result, they get knocked out quicker and, what I might end up doing is Beep, instead of having a horse chopper, gets something like a poleaxe or pole arm to increase the range that he is able to engage enemies at. And that will allow for him to fight without being obliterated. What I'm doing now, while everyone rests, is just to dump off food that I don't need on them. Some of this armor I can hold on to. It's probably not that bad. And checking everyone else. Oh, we are getting engaged on. Because there are bandits, potentially? Yep, there are bandits out here. What I might do is set my home crew to passive. So they don't engage. Maybe not the ones outside. Nah, even the ones outside. Because job performance is affected by injuries. So if my people are fighting bandits... Oh, where are you going with that? Imprisoning him, probably. So if we engage bandits, the net result is that any injuries we sustain lowers our job performance. So getting everyone to hop back in a bed to heal. Being rudely interrupted by a single bandit. I was looking at all of their gear. Ruka, you don't need that. Taking a look at all their gear to make sure that I'm assigning it all right. Gonna give Miyu a helmet. Does anyone need boots? First I'll check if anyone's barefoot, and Crumble is barefoot, so Crumble gets this, and Crumble gets the pants. Crumble's getting armored. I think this horse chopper is probably the only thing I'll keep. I have a lot of my characters here unarmored entirely. That's partially because I haven't really found or looted any armor worth wearing, but that's definitely something I should work on to keep my people alive way more effectively. Okay, so the electrical components are definitely stacking up, which is great. Shrike is doing her normal runabout running. What I plan on doing, and maybe I'll take some of my more healed up people, is with Rhadamant and whoever else is not all that hurt. Maybe Hamet. Oh, even Crumble's doing pretty good. Is temporarily putting them on iron so that we can build up somewhat of a stockpile. Ruka, same deal. It looks like there's a little bit of banditry fighting. I guess I'll have Ruka look for some additional iron. There doesn't seem to be much nearby. Now, one thing to note is sometimes nodes move around a bit. They're not necessarily static, which is kind of strange, I realize. That's even true for buildings. Okay, here's some iron. Ruka, you can get that stuff. Ideally, I would like to build up a nice surplus of resources so that John, you will go accompany Ruka. As I was saying, build up some nice resources so that Shrike doesn't need to keep interrupting her progress on armor smithing, and she just keeps mining away. That would be ideal. So we'll get a nice surplus of iron while everyone heals up. And then once everyone's healed, I can go ahead and pick some more fights. Caravan doesn't have anything I'm looking for. Ideally, I would like to start buying the pack beasts and bowls and whatnot, because they offer a fair bit of security. Definitely don't need that equipped. Green needs some more bolts. Voth has an inventory full of fabric because why? I'm not sure. Only heavens knows. Shrike now has 4 iron sitting here, so that's much better than what I was at before. Checking everyone for their hunger, making sure I don't have any starvation problems. Oh, crumble. Chung. I think he's still set up to cook. Yep, he's still set up to cook. Might as well get through that all. Yes, this is a little inefficient, but at least it's getting the job done. Kang and Hobbs, they're all healing still. Voth is pretty close to being done. I think Voth could join Ryu, or Ruka, rather. Ryu? What? Join them out there. Getting, as I said, a nice surplus of iron so that Shrike doesn't need to keep running about. And she can also do the tanning bench when she's not armor smithing as well. I think come Daybreak, I will head on out, seeing that everyone is mostly healed now. Mostly or entirely healed. I do, however, have a bunch of teeth and some weapons to sell, so... Voth must be hauling this. Oh, and it's good that Voth is doing the hauling. So he really needs a strength training, more so than everyone else. Mr. Kang. Actually, now that I think about it, who has the backpack? Molly has the backpack. And that has the wanted... Okay, well, Kang, you can do multiple trips. Don't know why, but the guards tend to take boots away from the bandits and leave everything else intact, or something along those lines. I'm not sure. Ultimately, don't really care. I can just make some pretty penny off of this. Some of those boots might be better than what I currently have on, but it's just easier to sell them. I like wooden sandals. I think I'm going to keep these wooden sandals just so that whomever is the slowest character when I'm on my next battling excursion can throw them on unless they're a Hyber, because Hybers don't exactly have feet. What is this? Another soft and floppy. Another bounty. I'll go ahead and buy it. Now, if I was looking for... Oh, Swift is recruitable. I'm not going to recruit Swift just yet. I don't even have the money for it. So I did say come Daybreak, I would look for another fight. Just trying to level up. So let's pause for a second and sell off some of the merch that I've accumulated. I'm going to sell off the copper too. I'm going to keep the iron. Selling the teeth. And that looks good. Yep, that looks good. I'm curious if... they don't have the right bolts for green, unfortunately. Oh, no, they do. They have some toothpicks. Alright, green gets the toothpicks. And how are we doing? I think we're doing pretty well. We have now 6K. I think I'm going to send King back in there to buy up some research books. Get a little bit more research done. I certainly don't need it yet, but As I've said before, I like to get way more research done than I actually need. It's just a bad habit of mine, I suppose. So let's go into the tech and see what we can research. Sleeping bags, sure. Now, mounted crossbows and harpoons and all that are used for base defense. Biofuel, I don't really that... Wind would be nice. Getting electrical for the new base. I'll research a lot of that stuff. Baking probably won't be used. Cactus farming, yes. Rice, yes. So I want to buy some rice and cactus. So before I do anything else, I can poke around for anyone selling rice and cactus to get the research done. And then I should also start stockpiling. Granted, I have no money. But I should start stockpiling the rice and cactus so that I can build the farms when it comes time. But, like I said, let's go ahead and seek more fights. So, taking everyone off their current jobs. Having everyone rendezvous to the same place. Voth here still has a bunch of iron on him. So I'm going to have to dump that iron, obviously. And then Radamon actually still has some leftover weapons that I can offload. I don't need to be keeping that stuff. Now, I think I like having all these beds back home, so instead of dismantling some of the beds to bring, I'm just going to buy, well, I was going to say buy some sleeping bags, but let me sell off some electrical goods and buy up those sleeping bags. Two's fine. All right, Voth. Let's have you dump your iron. Okay, everyone good? Now the slowest person here, let's try to figure that out. 19, 18, 18, 17. Crumble John is at 17. Voth is the slowest, but that's probably because he's encumbered. He's going to trade armor with Hamet. -2. Alright. I guess no boots for him. We'll give him the sandals that we had. And now checking everyone's speed. 18. I think Crumble is the slowest. He's now at 18. Because I'm not going into an acid environment. Where are you going, Crumble? Okay. Because I'm not going into a nasty acid environment, it doesn't really matter if I don't have shoes. What I am going to do is bring some backup meat on Radamont. And then let's go looking for trouble. I'm going to move towards the High Village this time. So, Ruka, I think, is the slowest. That tends to be true. So have everyone follow her and go into the High Village. I think at this point... Oh, you know what? Here we go. Oh, bandits are dead. Are you... No, they're a bunch of trading nomads. Who's even the leader here? Nothing I want. I'd love if they would sell me pack beasts. Oh, hello. You don't look friendly. Always looking for a fight. Bunch of dust people. We'll fulfill the requirement here. Oh, this is one very dead dust bandit. Doesn't matter if you're Shrike. Doesn't matter how tough you are. Mr. Green, let's check to see about stealing the toothpicks. And then Radamant will steal whatever else is not nailed down. Because why not? He can hold it. And these other people are just nomads. I'm doing a pretty good job of not getting shredded on enemies. Green, I'm not sure how I feel about you firing long range. There is friendly fire damage after all. So as long as I don't have anyone between him and the enemies, we should be alright. Let's go ahead and do a big heal. Anyone that still needs some medical love is getting tended to. Okay, I believe we're all set. Now for gear. I'm kind of looking at the sell value of when I loot stuff. So, like a heart protector is worth a little bit more than most of the junk that they have laying around. Granted, it is heavy. But Ruka, I picked Ruka out specifically because she can handle the weight. I guess we can join in on this fight too. Although it looks to be just about done. Just about all wrapped up. And these guys are Shrike warriors. This is like two different groups beating up on the bandits. These aren't bandits that are known for their intelligence, I suppose. Speeding time up. And looking for some more fight opportunities. You are a dust bandit. Yeah, there seems to be a little dust bandit camp here, so let's go break this camp up. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to just drag Green over. So before, I was thinking about trying to do attacking this camp, but alas, they were big. And now that we are... their numbers have whittled down, and I feel a little bit more comfortable attempting it. Plus, we have some additional people. Ruka, let's give King a heart protector. Yep, this is definitely going a little bit better than before. Everyone's still standing. They are definitely getting melted. An ex-slave. Ooh, there's a bounty on this one. Nice. Who wants him? The Shrike Kingdom wants him, so I will cash in on that bounty. He's the dust boss. I like how their goal is self-preservation. Yeah, fat chance. Alright, so this dust boss is down. Time to loot. Dust bosses... the bosses tend to have slightly higher grade stuff than everyone else. Patch yourself up. And we will patch the boss up and bring him in for the bounty in just a moment. Oh, there is more of them. I'm going to actually fall back for a moment. I'm not ready to take on the rest of their camp, because I'm wounded and they're numerous. So if I could divide them, it'll be a lot easier. I could take on all of them if I wasn't wounded already, but, you know, we aren't running at 100% now. But if we check, toughness, strength, melee, it's all going up. All this combat is good for us in the long run. And I did abscond with the Dust Boss. That's who Radaman is carrying. I carried him with Radaman because Radaman's one of the fastest characters I've got. If they're going to keep following me, let's see if I can't... Oh, here we go. Alright, we're gonna fight. I'm tired of getting chased. Let's put down the boss. You're unarmored. What are you, martial arting me to death? Alright, let's engage these bowmen so they don't keep shooting us. Oh, knocked Voth down. Oh, I see you're playing dead. Oh, you're not playing dead. You got back up. Doing a little bit of micromanagement here. Just to make the fight a little bit easier. Having everyone square off 1-on-1. Or so. A lot of green numbers. I like green numbers. Ooh, Hamit's getting beat up pretty bad. Who are you? Are you a boss? No, just a standard bandit. Voth is just lost too much blood. That is the reason he's down. Crumble John is soon to join him. Ooh. My main character's down. It's definitely a fight I'm gonna win. But, at a bit of a cost. Alright, Crumble, let's heal yourself up. Is there more bow? Oh yeah, there's more bowmen. Alright, Kang. I hired you for a reason. You can take on some silly bowmen, right? Beep is hurting. Ruka. There we go, unconscious. I'm having some of these guys start healing themselves. And this should be the last of them. Oh, Mew's getting shot to hell. Crumble is just almost finishing healing himself. Then he'll work on Voth and Radamant. And Beep. I guess Beep is down too. Oh, actually, let's work on Beep first, because he is the most critical. And the camp has been wiped out. I have successfully wiped my first camp. Alright, let's regroup. Do some healing. Let's get Radamant up first. Green, you're hobbling around. That leg doesn't look so bad, but... one of the things I can do is let's go into camping and build 2 camp beds. Didn't mean for that to become a job. And we'll try to get our main dude back first. Oop, already on his feet. He wasn't knocked out that bad. Alright, there was a bounty on this dust boss, so I need to heal this dust boss before he perishes. So let's go ahead and... Oops, crumble. First aid the boss. Because there's really no bounty to be had on a dude who died. Double first aid him. And it appears like everyone else is patched up. We definitely still have some unconscious people, but for the most part, we're good. The boss is now in a recovery coma. Thankfully, Radamant didn't have a limb severed or anything like that. Let's rearrange this a little manually. Dust boss is now naked, just the way someone should be. And then, with everyone else, I will loot as much as I can. I did have, not call it a complaint, but someone mentioned that, hey, I should be looting a bit more often. So, if you feel the same, I apologize. It's partially because the gear that you get off these bandits are pretty junk. And I figured that having you all watch me loot bandits is not always thrilling, especially if there's not a lot of money to be had. But while we're waiting around for Voth and Beep to recover, I figure there's really no harm. It looks like I need to start splinting. Oh, Radamant should have splint injuries as a permanent job, so let's fix that. There we go. Green and Ruka is getting splinted. Miu too, I think. Beep. Yep, they're all getting splinted. Kang. Let's get looting. Oh, some more toothpicks. Got himself a helmet. Prisoner shackle boots. Let's unshackle them. I don't know why I'm doing it with Kang, but oh well. Committed to that. Alright, so I guess I'm loading left to right here. So Miu, you're next. And this is what a successful raid looks like. A lot of dead enemies. Alright, Hamet's turn. Oh, got caught stealing, huh? Oh, you guys are still alive a little bit. Alright, Hamet will have the sleeping bags if I can only remember that he does. Okay, I get it. You're laying here and you think you have... Oh, nice shot to the head. Okay, Voth is still pretty screwed up. I probably shouldn't have disassembled that, but oh well. Alright, Hamet, can you loot the unconscious person? Now that they're actually unconscious? Nope. they've been playing dead. There we go. They've been resisting me, I think is the nicest way to put it. Right, Crumble, you're next. They're already naked. There's some pants. There was a few bowmen over here. Crumble, you have space, right? Oh, there's so much stuff here. This is great. Beep, and then Kang. Kang, I think I pretty much filled you up. Can make a little bit more room. Voth, I like how he's still somewhat standing, despite the fact that he has negative blood. On your feet, soldier, right? I really don't have room for this. I will make room. What was I trying to pick up? Did I make room? Yeah, I guess I'm holding it now. Oh, you've got the wrong weapon, though. Alright, that's about all I can hold. Beep is in a very brief recovery coma. Guess I can just wait a second for Beep. How is everyone over here doing? I haven't checked on them in a while. I do have some research going out. I'm still working on a lot of that electrical stuff. As far as armor plating goes, I'm getting a nice stockpile. These lovely ladies, you must be hauling. Yep. These lovely ladies are leveling up. One good way to level up would be to put people on ore mining where they have to carry it. Often, it's not that fast, but it is easy. Come on, Mr. Peep. Well, I am very much out of time. But yeah, there is the full destruction of a bandit camp. Granted, there's still some goodies like sleeping bags and stuff over there to use. But I have, alas, run out of time. It has been my pleasure to bring this episode to you. If you have tips for me, drop me a line. If you've enjoyed it, I'd love to hear why. And I hope you tune in next time. Thanks everyone for watching, and adios.